Remember 10 years ago when we went Cancun? What was the age of the people there? We was the young boys.
Yeah, I think so.
The Americans were like 40 this, 40 that. But the moment the UK invaded, my man messaged and said, "Oh yeah, you coming?" I said, No. He said, "Why?" I said, "I feel old."
But at what age are we meant to slow down with enjoyment?
The youngest.
Or should we just carry on enjoying life?
I don't think you should. I don't think you should. But saying that, like for example, you could get into a lot of parties and stuff. Like we could both go to DOT, but I couldn't go to Chizo's rave because it'd be like 25 plus or something, for example. So there is that element of it, for example.
Like you're chatting to teenagers now, and
that's why.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's
You can't do that.
Milk Tray and all them lot do 30 plus raves now.
Yeah.
Just to cause the.
I'll be honest though, I've been to certain events where they're like over 35, and I'll be honest.
I don't hear about
I'm trying to kind of say this right. I don't want no one to be like, oh, he's a predator, he's a... I don't really like the over 35.
Yeah, I don't want to see no kitten hills.
I don't really like that crowd.
Them not rushing about it all the time. Say, you love it over 35? I say, yeah, I do. I just prefer it, bro. I prefer it.
No.
Over 30s, I went to over 35 not too long ago.
I don't get to over 35.
I felt my age. Like, man felt old in there. Like, I saw old, like, and they're my age. But some of them 40-year-olds,
hair older though.
some 40-year-olds look proper old.
Yeah, exactly. If they're looking proper older, I don't want to be there,
But that's my age group though. Like, over
Is
35.
it though?
Yeah.
I'm over 35. That's what I should be, no?
But
Veteran League.
we can do both. Do you know what I mean?
I just don't know, man. But wait, you're happy to see me at a party holiday that you're at?
Yeah, 100%.
And you wouldn't be like...
But the thing is as well, you're forgetting like money brings separation. So for example, you would probably have a section, for example, or a table or whatever. Man, my age, realistically, we're not doing that. We're just there, like we just about got there, and we're trying to have a good time.
So you say it depends what I'm doing on that holiday. So if I'm just like in a VIP area,
I think it's the context.
Not going too hard, just kind of just doing cool boy, then that's okay.
I think it's a context.
But I can't be by the pool.
Because I feel like
Can I be in the pool?
Could be wherever you want.
Can I spray? Can I get champagne, shake it, spray it out?
There was two events in Malta going on at the same time. So there was DLT, then there was another one called Summer in Malta at the same time, and that crowd was older. So the average, I'll say, the youngest people there were probably like 29, 30 upwards. Whereas DLT,
You know what's mad though? One of my mates went there and he goes, it was too old. He said that event, the second event, the Summer Malta one, he goes, it was too old.
yeah.
And this guy's the person my age.
So what? So see at your event.
I mean?
What's
But here's the joke as well. Yeah, you know DLT as well. Originally, was the people who started DLT in the 30s, then the mid 30s. So the original crowd, when them man started, it started around the same time when man had Lock Sundays. The original crowd was around man's age to a bit younger. So it's like people who are like 38 to about 30 now. Then the youngers took over the joint.
Yeah. So you see your event that's forwarding up, yeah? Don't want to say the word.
Yeah.
But what's your target audience for that?
Over 30.
Over 30.
Even though I put over 25, the average age is over 30.
So if you had a bunch of 40 plus year olds in there, but you made a good money, would you be happy with that?
The business
That'd be amazing.
Is that what I'm saying?
I think the youngsters are
No,
being
you matter.
But that's
you know
that's
what I
like
mean?
that dance
They
you went-
shouldn't be where we are.
No, but that's like the dance you went to the other day. What was it? Coco. Yeah, well, that was a big people dance.
Yeah.
But the youngers have invaded it. So that dance we thought that's an over 40 dance.
Easy. My brother went there with that, bro, and he said,
It's an over 40 dance. But now it's looking like 28 upwards.
I don't mind that though.
That's how
If it's too young somewhere, like I don't like being in that environment because I feel like the creepy older person.
And that's how I feel if I go to like certain events. Like for instance, like I wanted to go DLT Malta. I wanted to go, but then I just when I saw the age group of the people there, I said to myself, I'm going to be an uncle there. Like and I think maybe.
not if you go with your friends though.
You know what's mad?
You don't think so?
If you went in a group, it wouldn't be bad. If you went like 2 man up and it was just.
You want to know what's mad
That's
about DLT
weird.
as well, that clocked here. So like Malta, you can't go because the younger ones could go there.
Why
Ghana,
can't you go though?
Ghana on the other hand is an older crowd. It's weird.
Because the young ones are in Ghana as well.
Because you know why? Because the flights are too expensive for DLT Ghana. So I realised that in different things. It's the same thing with Afro Nation. Afro Nation Ghana is a slightly older crowd than Portugal. Cause
For the price.
the price to get out.
These youngers are getting money now, man.
They
Money.
don't have as much obligations, yeah. But how? Like I'm 35. I'm 36 October, yeah. And like it sounds weird, but sometimes I might bump into people that are like 33, they got 3 kids, they're trying to buy their house, and they're married. All they do is to go to work and go home, and then they look at my lifestyle and they're kind of envious. And I'm like, I look at them and I think like, right, sometimes you make me think like, right, what the fuck am I doing in my life?
Exactly.
But, but I feel like I'm on a mission of, like, their life seems like it's over.
No, I see what
Do
you
you know,
mean.
do you know what I mean? Not that it is,
No,
but
but-
the way they, oh, you was here, I saw you on this, I saw you do this, and I'm just like, yo, you can do this as well, you know. But like mentally, all he does is go home and go work.
I think at this age now, should we not be, because when I go on holiday, should we not be doing as men at hitting 40? Should we not be doing couple holidays? Well, I think like maybe you go with your missus, I go with mine, you go with yours.
No.
So like, so we're going DLT now. If I know I'm using DLT as the benchmark, but let's say we are going there.
the missus.
We're going like all 4 of us are going with our missus.
That's shit though.
No, but hold on, have you ever? Hold on.
That's right.
That's shit.
Because your age, that's why you're saying that.
That's shit, bro.
Bro, I'll rather, you see, at this age here, I'll rather do them holidays, but I say it to the man them all the time. I'll rather demand them.
When have you ever been out? A comedian said this. When have you ever been out enjoying yourself and you've heard a man say, "This would be better if my girlfriend was here"?
Never.
Have you ever heard that?
Women say all the time. Women say all the time about their man. But we don't want to enjoy.
never heard that.
Hey, no,
boring, bro.
When your woman comes
never
home,
heard that.
you should have been there, though, babe. Didn't we? We don't come home and say, babe, you should have been there. Never, ever. Like, never, ever. Never. Maybe if you went to eat, yeah, the food was nice, maybe man's outside. Hey, look at man's even doing nothing, you know.
Joyce,
Doing nothing.
it's
Back to the event thing, but you're right. Like, you see, like, no offense, Wes here. Dances that I would expect you to see you.
I shouldn't be there.
I would expect you and Jaheim.
yeah, I hear that though. I get it.
You
I get
what I'm
it.
saying? If I walk in the dance and I saw you, Jaheim, like even now, yeah, it's so bad here. There's a couple of men who watch this here that are like 10 years younger than man, and when they're in the dance here, I feel a bit. Cause I used to coach all these kids in school.
But I
So I
feel
used to
like-
coach in secondary school. So
Yes,
there's girls I see in
But they're
dance.
grown.
Yeah, no, but there's girls I see in dance, guys I see in dance that are 28, 29, some are 30, and they still call me sir. So for them to be calling, because I used to coach basketball from when I was young, innit?
Oh,
So like when I was like 18 to like about 22, I used to coach in schools. So when I'm hearing them say that, then to go in a dance that they're not there and you are their youngers. Yeah, I can't do that stuff.
I just feel like there's so many people at that type of event that it's like there's such a big mix.
And Wes isn't a typical. I know Wes is mentally older than he is.
But I'm an anomaly though.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm an anomaly though.
Most people are 24 ain't like Wes.
I rather go to you.
If I go to a rave,
Yeah.
and let's say me and you have not planned to go there together, and I walk in there and I see you,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
You reckon? That's a mad thing. I feel hurt by it.
No, I'll be honest. I tell you, AJ, me and you should not be going to the same rave.
Yeah, I get it.
But what if Wes is in there and your Egypt's in there as well?
No, but so you've been to Chizzle's events, yeah?
Yeah.
Next year I'll be at Chizzle's events. I'll be of
Why
age.
next year, not this year?
And what is your motive at these places?